Hello everybody, Bubblezest here and welcome back to HOI4. In today's video we're going to be playing as South Africa, attempting to answer the question of what's the point of supporting the German coup. So let's begin, shall we? First things first, research slots, civilian trains and basic subhulls. I really don't know why South Africa starts without civilian trains. Anyway, with our civs, we're just going to be building infrastructure in Namibia. Speaking of Namibia, let's gather up the army and place it there. I would do things with mills and dockyards, but we have only one mill and no dockyards, so nothing to do here. So instead, let's create an intelligence agency, and that is pretty much all of our prep out of the way. So right now, we're going to abandon Westminster, go up to speed 5, and begin. Now that we've begun to show Westminster the door, we're going to support the African Brother Bond. After civilian trains and the early subhull, it's standard electronics, industry and so on. But of course you only have 2 research slots, so you might want to prioritise things that are useful to you. Now you might think with our first 150 political power we're going to go for the fascist demagogue, but in fact we're going to go for the silent workhorse. We have no need for the demagogue today, all of the support we need will come via our national spirits. So instead we're going to support this paramilitary organisation. A lot of these focuses all have similar names. Support the Brother Bond, support them, support the Germanification of South West Africa, support the German coup. I'm going to be saying support a lot today, and we're not even using any support equipment yet. Let's keep the support going by supporting the Germanification of South West Africa. 128 political power, more than enough for the army regrouping experts. Should have hired him a little sooner, but oh well. And now, to finish up the support quartet, we're going to support the German coup. A civil war will break out in 70 days' time. Anyway, we have over 20 XP, which allows us to go for this. Theatre training, the best spirit of the academy there is. This is because South Africa starts on Grand Battle Plan. And it has begun. So let's see how much of an army we get. So we lost half of our divisions, but with these 3 partisans, we're right back where we started. Alright, that's good. Right, with this first unit, we're going to go into this mountain tile. These 2 will go there, and these 3 will go down. I know it's a switchback, but it's what I think will work. Anyway, for their actual front line, it will only be against the other South Africa. Why? Because Britain shouldn't be called in against us. World tension's way too low. Anyway, for focus, we're going to do Stewart Defence Force, Shop the Trade, and Simon's Town Base. Let's get started. This is probably an event most people don't really see, which is even more surprising considering this has been in the game since Together for Victory. Anyway, let's go for some war propaganda against the other South Africa, improved working conditions, and commandeer civilian trains. And let's also send our spy to Cape Town. Any benefit we can give is a good benefit. Some lend-lease from Germany, very nice. Oh, and some volunteers. Well, volunteer. Well, any bonus is a bonus, I say. And there we go, exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted to ensure control of this tile. Now as you can see here, we have some civs free. And now while I'd like to build things like mills, civs, or even dockyards, we have no slots free. So the only thing we can really build right now is something like railways. Unfortunately, Namibia starts with no extra slots, so that's why we built the infrastructure. Oh, we're getting some foreign aid. Who's going to help us? Germany? Yes, they're sending us some equipment and some manpower. Very nice. And there you go, that's what I wanted to see. South Africa is head smashing on a mountain tile. So just like many Greece ones we've done in the past, we're going to let them do this until they're out of manpower pretty much, and then we'll push them away easily. Thank you again, Germany. You know what, let's also go for the Army Defence Expert. As much XP as we can get is always nice. Anyway, let's start to build some subs. The cheapest sub we can make. Engine 1, torpedoes 1, save. We're going to spam out these bathtubs as quickly as we can. Even buy some steel from Germany. I know we won't be able to construct anything, but then again, we're not really building that much anyway. For those of you who like stats, here you go. This is what's currently going on. We're going pretty well. I mean, look at that entrenchment. This is why our land grab at the start of the Civil War was so important. The other tile we were on was this, which is behind a river. They do sometimes smash their head against it, but it's much better to secure this tile. Secure this tile at all costs. Next, I'm going to justify on the Dutch East Indies. 240 days? Okay. 35 XP. Any of you who have watched the channel before know what I'm going for. Professional Officer Corps. An underrated benefit of this is actually the daily command power gain, which would be very useful if you really need to spam things like Last Stand or Force Attack, since it allows you to get a guaranteed CP gain. And now we're going to be working our way down to things like Pretoria Arms, the Ram Mines. We're going to be doing it via expanding the mining industry for the extra mills. I mean civs. Right, that unit is really weak. Let's begin to push. There it goes, already broken. And we can stop these pins by attacking them as well. We need to secure, I think, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, Durban, and probably Pretoria to take the rest of South Africa for ourselves. So we've got ourselves a great trek to do. I'm going to try and encircle Cape Town. Might be possible, might not, but let's see what we get. So this unit's attacking again, which might make it a lot easier for us to grab it. Our first sub is out as well. Very nice. Let's just put it on strike force here for now. And all future subs will go into that fleet. And right, this looks pretty hard to break, so let's do a naval invasion. Let's see if we can't try and land in Durban itself. I expect it to be defended as they have quite a few divisions, but could be possible. But right now I'm going to try and push through the centre. Correct, it was being defended. Annoying. Yeah, that's clearly not working out. Let's try something different. Naval invasion into Port Elizabeth. And since that tile is broken and it's only been defended by a British unit, we're going to try and march to Pretoria. I can't believe that's actually going to work. Wow, I managed to rescue that unit, which was encircled. That went well. The main problem right now is probably just our lack of units. You know what, actually, we control Cape, don't we? Right. Should I go up to limited? I'm going to say no for now, but I'm going to save the political power. Oh no, that unit. Oh, that's annoying. I hate it when the AI does that. It looks like we are going to get into Pretoria. I don't know if that's enough. Oh, no, that should do it. Nice. Good, we didn't need to go up to limited. That went very well. We managed to break free, didn't take too many losses. That was a very good South African Civil War, I'd say, if such a thing can even exist. Anyway, let's actually now go up to partial mob. We couldn't go up to war economy because we had 30 extra war support from it being a defensive war, so partial mob is the best we're going to get. Anyway, next up, let's join the Axis. And let's get 4 extra divisions out. We are going to try and take the Dutch East Indies for ourselves. And you know what? Let's see if we can't also try and get the achievement Crusader Kings while doing this. Which, if you don't know, is just for us to control Palestine, Jerusalem. This will be very interesting. So, let's get to work. These 6 divisions to Germany. Same with the subfleet. These 3 subs, which are completely rubbish, will be more than enough. Oh, and hey, Germany is guaranteeing our independence. That's funny. That's like the first organic guarantee I've ever seen Germany do. Because I don't count Turkey's German guarantee as a real one. 1 of 1 run, deployed, go. Let's plan our naval invasion now. We're not going to assign divisions to it until a little later, but having them prepared is useful. So, 1 naval invasion here, 1 there. Something like this will do. We'll have the most amount of units in Rotterdam, since that is the tile they tend to defend, but the rest will be supported by 1 or 2 divisions. Justification's ready, but we're sure not. Our divisions won't even be there until basically another month. Oh yeah, this is a funny one. We've doubled our amount of mills. I noticed this during the Civil War that the other South Africa was actually doing focuses. They did armament effort and industry effort 1, so we got 2 extra factories for nothing. Right, everyone's here, so let's assign 4 units on Rotterdam, 2 to support the naval invasions next to them, and 1 on the rest. I know we have 4 very weak divisions, but this is what we have to do. Strike Force, English Channel, North Sea. And let's declare war on the Dutch East Indies, which calls in the Netherlands by default. Yep, Rotterdam is defended, that is normal. We managed to secure the port there. Let's walk into Amsterdam. Let's support the attack there. Also managed to get Utrecht. Looks like Rotterdam will fall fairly soon. And Germany's even here. Maybe we should call them in. Whoops, lost the port. But since we are on the Axis, I think we actually get supply. Well, it looks like we're about to break Rotterdam. It'll just take a lot longer thanks to that little entrenchment. And there we go. That was a lot easier than the time we did it for Crusader Kings 2, let me tell you. Anyway, let's immediately satellite the Dutch East Indies, the main thing we're here for. We'll take Suriname and Curaçao for ourselves. And puppet the rest. Very nice. Two very strong puppets, in terms of manpower or extra factories, on our side now. If you have to call in Germany, that's fine, just ensure your control of the Dutch East Indies at all costs. If you lose them, you'll have to restart. But that went fairly well for a naval invasion of the Dutch. Sometimes they can just be impossible to break. Anyway, next step, you see this army? No, you don't. Disbanded. Now we're just going to sit around for a little while and build our strength up. Let's go for some extra mills right now, I think. We're going to completely change our production line as well. We're only going to have 1 mill on guns. We're going to have 3 on support equipment and the rest into artillery. And we're going to start to train up a load of extra divisions from the Dutch East Indies. So, colonial template, South African East Indies, infantry template 2, is it good? Yeah, it'll do. Copy, and let's edit it. 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and artillery. Saved. We are going to need 78 of these. So, that's how many we're going to train up. Now, we do not have the equipment to afford this. I mean, just look at that deficit. But don't worry, we'll easily sort this out in time. But for now, we're just going to play cool. Damn, that is a good spy. Look at that. Tough, natural orator, and an escape artist. Wow, we've got some good rolls today. You know what? I'm going to make a brief detour to fund in the University of South Africa. A 3rd research slot is so powerful, and we should definitely go for it. Cornerstone of colonial defense. I don't think you have any colonies anymore, Anton. Let's roll some generals, why don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. Brilliant strategist. I hoped that theatre training would increase our odds, and it kinda did. I mean, we got a lot of inflexible strategists. But you will be our field marshal. I mean, we could promote George to the same position, but nah. I think a brilliant strategist will turn out better. You will be better served in the front lines. And there goes the Munich Agreement. And Hungary has renounced Trianon, which is most important for us. This now means Hungary is fascist, meaning no one will defend them when we do this. Ironically, despite having aggressive assaulter available, we're actually going to go for offensive doctrine first. This guy will probably level up to level 2. Justification on Hungary is ready, let's immediately use it. Again, I don't think anyone will protect them. But now we're at war, what does this mean? Well, we can go to Italy and Germany and do this. Lend-Lease, and get so much of it. We're only doing Italy right now because Germany is about to do fate of Czechoslovakia. You'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. But yeah, so this is how we're going to get all the equipment for our remaining 48 divisions, by asking nicely. Just done Special Service Battalion, and now I'm going to do a King for our people. There's nothing about this I don't like. Extra AUG, extra DRR, extra stab, very good. But there goes Czechoslovakia, which means we can get Czech equipment, which Germany now has an abundance of. There you go, 14,000 Borno equipment. Very good. In the past, we might have tried to, country hop from Spain to get things like Lend-Lease, but this is a lot more consistent. Damn, 2 doctrines in a row. Very good. We're just going to keep refreshing this Lend-Lease until our equipment deficits are a thing of the past. There we have 48 divisions going to Germany, and now with the 3rd Army, they're going to be against the British border with ourselves. So a fallback line, something like this will do, and we'll have 24 divisions there. I'll do 2 more from both Germany and Italy, and then I think we'll stop. With these remaining 6 divisions, they'll be on colonial defence in Suriname and Curaçao. These 5 divisions are for naval invasion defence in South Africa itself. 3 here, 3 there. Change of plans, we're going to do 1 more delivery from Italy, and then we're going to finish up Hungary. How are we going to get to Hungary? Well, that's simple. Go on Germany, go and deal with it. Yeah, why fight when you can make Germany do it for you? And there they go. So in the reverse of getting Hungarian equipment, Hungary is just our way to get equipment, but it works. And now we wait for the inevitable Danzig or war. And there Germany goes. And they're not using their war goal. What? Because Germany has just completely overreacted to the naval invasion changes. Do you want to know where most of Germany's army is? There you go, a load of divisions in Suriname. Anyway, next we're going to go for logistical focus. I still expect Germany to use their war goals, but we will see. We're going to plan our naval invasions next, though. Going to be the classic these days, 5 naval invasions around Newcastle and Hull. The UK is quite weak around here, so we should be able to break it. And finally, Germany did it. That's quite late. But whatever. Next, we are going to justify on France. Now, this doesn't seem to make sense initially, but let me explain. From my test games, when invading the UK, if we've joined the war via Germany's request, the German AI and Italian AI will send units to Britain and eventually take victory points. But if we get our own war goal, say on France, they tend not to. So I'm going to experiment to be sure on this. Justifications ready? Let's do this. Navy on strike force. North Sea, Eastern North Sea. Not in the Channel this time. Let's go. At declare. I don't think we'll have supremacy immediately, but we'll see. Nope. Oh well, that's fine. Let's call Italy in. Maybe that can distract the UK AI a bit more. It's going to be a game of luck until we get our supremacy. I swear I'm actually going to have to help Germany take down France, aren't I? Because they're so spread out. Oh yeah, of course. That's why. Should have called in the Dutch sooner. And our naval invasion has just left. I just saw it. Yeah, the UK is defending, but okay. Force attack. Let's do this. Gonna try and circle Hull. And support Newcastle. There we go. Hull should break soon. Perfect. And now let's summon the other 48. You should know how this is going to work. We're going to encircle London for war score. The main strategy for this will probably be to encircle and destroy as much as we can. Oh, that's annoying. I see an Italian. I swear to God, Benito. Good news though, London is encircled. Let's destroy units. Already we have 25% of the war participation. 6 units in Dover. Oh man, that's going to be hard to break. See what I mean? The Italian AI doing things I really don't want them to do. Clearly I shouldn't have called him Benito, but I'm feeling nice. And annoyingly, there's a German unit here too, so this is going to be a barrel of fun. 6 expeditionaries from Germany, what could this be about? Sure, you can be on the defensive. But now I'm going to get a justification on Portugal. 25 days, nice. Oh fine, I'll finally do that limited conscription. Looks like we need it anyway. And the UK is putting out units for now, that's good. We're trying to leave them in control of a few states so they still have plenty of recruitable population and factories. Justification on Portugal is ready, let's use it. Right, with the army facing the British, now we can have a full front line, something like that. And let's slowly attack Portugal, take a tile or two. Oh great, a German tank division just took Plymouth. Go away. Look at this general, he's about to get organizer, ranger and infantry leader all in one go. Damn. I guess that's what aggressive and theatre training do for you. Right, he's just gotten those traits. We lead the conference over Germany. Let's finish this. There's no real need to keep this going. We could completely dominate the conference, but we've done that a few times. A more balanced peace deal could be interesting. So, let's take the remaining victory points. And down goes the UK. If you want to get the achievement Rule Britannia, just before the UK capitulates, make sure you control every state in Great Britain, and then you'll get the achievement. Or if you don't, just take it directly in the peace deal. The same with Crusader Kings, just take Palestine directly in the peace deal. And that's what we're going to do. This will be a very, very interesting peace deal, I think. Just a reminder for cheap puppets, take all states, untake the cheapest one, and there you go, I have a New Zealand puppet for 8 points. And a Canadian puppet for 6. For Rule Britannia as well, you could also make sure the UK owns all of its cores as a puppet and then integrate them with the puppet mechanics, and then you'll also get the achievement. A classic has gone on here. Italy has taken Northern England. Why? Because Italy's AI thinks that is what the Suez is. Because at one point the state ID was the Suez, but now it's Northern England. oh well, we won't get the achievement this way, but you can get it the other way. So, bit of border gore, but sometimes you just have to take what you can get. Like I said, I could have dominated the peace deal and I would have had no trouble, but whatever. Well, this is going to be a bit of a mess, but that should do it. 63 states by us, 1 by the South African East Indies, 1 by Slovakia, 34 by Germany, 19 by Italy, and a load of puppets. Oh no. I was trying to give those states to the Italian Raj and I accidentally gave them to Canada. Let's just not look at that one again. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what's happening with Vichy, if Free France has control of Paris, they will annex Vichy. So, if you puppet Free France and do something like this, there you go, you get the whole of France and the whole French colonies as your puppet. But I swear that's meant to be Patan or someone. But yeah, I think we'll be calling this here. So to go to the original question of what's the point of supporting the German coup? Well, I think there is a point. You can flip quite quickly to fascist and then get control of the Dutch East Indies and stuff like I did now. The problem is, it's just very underwhelming and very hard. Like, okay, 1 civ and 1 mil is nice, whatever, but we had to do our land grab early on in the Civil War to ensure our victory. Otherwise, with 6 divisions, we're not going to win very quickly. I will note, however, that doing it this way potentially saved us around 250 political power, since we didn't have to hire ourselves the fascist demagogue, have the referendum, or anything like that. I think that is a fair trade. You either have the option of doing it the quick way with the Civil War, or doing it the slightly slower way without one. I think this whole tree probably needs to be redesigned, but I think that's kind of the trend most people agree with, that the Together for Victory trees probably need to be done again. How would I do this? I'd probably make it something like the Spanish or Soviet Civil Wars, where you can gain control of a few extra states, maybe Cape, and then have a slightly more balanced civil war. I think the benefits as well should be a bit more in-depth, like, okay, extra infrastructure in Africa is nice, but no, that isn't really a good benefit in the long run. Maybe there should be something similar to a King for Our People, like maybe more org, more division templates, I don't know. If you have any ideas of how to improve this focus tree, do let me know. Like many focus trees, there's clearly plenty of potential, and I do hope in the future when Paradox revisits this, hopefully, that it will be improved. So, until next time everybody, this has been me, Bubble Zest, exploring the German coup as South Africa. I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments below, I'm always looking for new video ideas. But, until we meet again, goodbye.